So today I'm excited to be having a sit down with a good friend of mine that's been doing a very big difference in the health and wellness area. His name is Karel, the owners of Efficient Health and Wellness Center out here in Snellville. So before I touch on the reason why I have him here, I'm just going to have him tell you a little bit about their clinic, and then from there we can jump into three questions that I can ask that will better give you guys an understanding of why we're here today. So, Karel.
Yeah, awesome. Well, David, first, thanks for having me on your podcast slash video, and giving me the opportunity to speak to your audience. So, Efficient Health and Wellness Clinic is a clinic that focuses on three things. One, it was created to really provide care to the patients within our community.
Yes.
We have three pillars or three services that we specialize in. So we've got wound care, patients that are dealing with, wounds, have pressure ulcers, things of that nature. We have ostomy care, and then we have our medical weight loss management. So the purpose of this video and some of the questions we're going to touch on are specifically geared towards the medical weight loss management. So we know that there are a lot of people out there that have certain trials and tribulations, and they've gone through the physical fitness regimen route, and they're having difficulty shedding some of those pounds. So not to go into too much detail, but we'll jump into some of those questions, and I could touch base on that. But just to give you guys an overall view, that's where we're at.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I've worked with a couple clients, and we've gone through everything. We've done the dieting the right way, we've done the workouts the right way, and they're just sometimes not hitting their goals because of something that is more on the medical side, more on the hormonal and stuff side. So I was happy to team up with Karel when they mentioned they were opening up this clinic. That was something that I figured that for the people that I'm helping out, I cannot really dive into that. I can bring them to somebody who I know and trust and know they're receiving the best care. So let's jump into the first question. Can you share what inspired you and your team to create Efficient Health and Wellness Center, and what makes your approach to care unique?
Okay, well, that's a very good question, and the question could be broken up into multiple parts. So my mom and myself are co-owners of the clinic. She's the provider, so she'll be handling the provision of care while I assist on the business side of things. So when you talk about the scope and purpose of why we opened it up, this has been a dream of ours, for over a couple of decades. But at the time of wanting to open the clinic, it's been one thing or the other that has thrown us off course, right?
Yes.
So we finally took the risk and saw such a need within the community, right? I talked about those three pillars at the beginning. We saw a need within our community, and there was an opportunity for us to really provide a level of care that a lot of other providers out there don't, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. I think the second part of your question was, how do we
How are you guys unique?
How are we different, especially when you look at medical weight loss? Weight loss is one of those things where it's not a one size fits all, right? So you have to really have a tailored approach to each client. So one of the things that we do differently is we try to ensure that when we meet with each patient, we have a evaluation with them, right?
Yeah.
So we understand their medical history, understand social history, understand all those different attributes of the well-being. That way, when we curate a resolution, we curated something that is specific to them and not just the standard person, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at GLPs and some of the other different methods out there, you really have to look at the individual and understand where their challenges are at or where their constraints are at, and build something that is really specific to their own needs, so they can see the results that they're looking for. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, you see, and I think that's a good point to touch on. Is a lot of people want to do this one size fits all kind of idea. So finding people that are willing to take the time to get to understand what you are going through and specifically tailor that is something that's very big.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys are actually taking the time with that.
Yeah.
For people who are struggling with weight-related challenges, whether it's lifestyle, genetic, hormonal factors, what type of services does the clinic provide and support them on their health journey?
Gotcha. That's a good question. And so you just touched on one of the main things that we do, and I think it's what separates us from a lot of providers. So prior to even getting any client or patient on any kind of medication or anything like that, I talked about the evaluative or consultational visit that that any or every patient will have with the provider. So that's it's about an hour long visit, and what it entails is, the provider will sit down with you. They'll go over your medical history, go over your social history, go over habits. Are you go over dietary habits, and just to understand that if there's any details of your care that they need to be aware of, so that they can understand how they can properly curate a specific medication or a specific program to you. They have the background and they have the history, that way they can do that. So I think that's just one of the ways. One of the other ways that we do is, even after you've been put on the medication, we do have monthly visits with our patients. At the time when they come to renew their medication, we have another evaluation with them. So every month there's an evaluation to make sure that we are keeping up with your care, and if you're having any adverse reactions to those medications, we get on top of it, and we address that immediately, right? So it's not just we put you on medication and we say, okay, go about your business. No, we need to make sure, because some people react very badly to this, and that's just a reality of it. So we have to ensure that you're responding to it well. And if you have any issues, we can collaborate with you and make sure that you're doing okay.
Okay, well, that's very good. I mean, that's what you need. I mean, it's all about building that relationship. In the end of the day, it's the relationship. The more open the client is with you, the better success rate you guys are seeing.
And even right before you touch on your third point, and the reality of this also is, there will be patients that are not a good fit for the program, and that's okay, right?
Yeah.
That's why we go through that evaluation. Now, I'm not a provider, so I can't speak to that aspect of it, but I understand our process very well, right?
Yeah.
And we go through that evaluation to make sure that we've got the right candidates and the right people that that this medicinal route will be well suited for them, right? We don't want to take someone and it becomes a detrimental situation. So
okay, that's good. All right, we'll just touch on the last and final question here, which is, if anybody was interested in working with your clinic, what does the first visit typically look like, and what are they expecting from the ongoing support?
Okay.
So I think we've just touched on most of these. Yes.
Yeah, we've touched on a number of those things. So first, I would say give our clinic a call. So the name of our clinic is, again, Efficient Health and Wellness Center. We're located in Snellville, Georgia. Our phone number is 678-404-8143. So just to give you guys a quick process of what that would look like. So you give our clinic a call. We've got office staff that is ready to respond to your needs. They'll pick up and they'll go over the process with you. They will send an intake form to your email and phone number, which you fill that out, send that back to us. We'll get you scheduled with a provider. The provider has that initial evaluation with you prior to you even get on the medication. They will go over some of the different things we talked about, social, medical history, dietary habits, so forth and so on. And then the provider will make a decision then to determine if you're a good fit. And if you are, they will put you on the medication. Now, from a support or from a sustaining standpoint, we will meet with our patients. Well, we do meet with our patients on a monthly basis, right? So as they come back to renew their medication or increase their dosages or not, we will again go through those evaluations just to make sure that they're responding to the medications well. and that they're not having any adverse reactions, right? So there's a lot of um, intentionality behind what we're doing because look, we get it, right? We live in a busy world, a lot of things changing and moving around, and people are trying to take care of their health in the most efficient manner possible,
Yeah.
right? And I think even with what we're doing, I think it's a great collaborative effort because there are patients that can come to our clinic and say, yes, I do want to go the medical route, but I need someone that can help hold me accountable or just offer some guidance, with training, right? And I think this is where this partnership and this collaboration comes into effect, right?
Exactly.
We can refer patients to each other as need be, and as the patient requires, right? So, but no, it's an exciting opportunity, and I'm grateful for it. So,
yeah, me as well. So pretty much the whole reason was just to make sure that I've always been in the fitness space, and I say I'm in this space because I'm genuinely wanting to help people. And I hate to see when I'm helping somebody and I'm not seeing them get what they want, and then we meet this bridge and barrier where it's something that is out of their privy to kind of move on because of a genetic condition or anything, and which I'm excited about because now I know exactly where I can
pivot towards.
pivot to, and send the clients to. Well, Karel, thank you very much for having a sit down. I really appreciate you, and hope to do more projects like this going forward.
No, looking forward to it. We'll definitely take good care of you guys. So I've mentioned our phone number. Give us a call, and you will not regret it. So.
And we're gonna put in all the information, and everything will be right down in the comment section below. Thank you, and y'all have a blessed day.
All right, guys. Thank you.